right area of balance there. Right? I mean, and you're taking.
I don't think we'll see total mind control. I'm thinking we'll see something like taunting. Kind of like if anyone's seen footage,
No,
you have
bad,
like...
bad, bad.
Taunting be bad.
Aggro mechanics. Die.
Yeah,
Die in
it's
fire.
aggro mechanics. Yeah, that's not a good thing. No.
I don't know.
It'll probably just be a stun or something like that. But I think the key mechanic of Guild Wars 1 was utilizing enemies' energy for your own purpose, or stealing of enemy energy, which was not that common in Guild Wars 1 during the Prophecies days, and it's still not that common anyway. Now it's going to be something about utilizing the enemy's vitality, or maybe gain spell charges for skills used near you, a la Cassidon from League of Legends.
I
said it. Something about utilizing their energy to power your own skills. That'll be the Mesmer.
Do you think instead of targeting health, the Mesmers will be more like targeting energy, maybe?
No.
Well, that would be a form of exhaustion, I think, because the problem with Guild Wars 2 is that you're going to have those energy, refill, deals, so you can't... Potions. So you're going to be regenerating your energy faster. Now, you are going to force them to use the potions sooner than they want to. If you're going to target the energy in that mechanic area, I mean, you're almost looking into, doing exhaustion almost. Yeah, they almost target in the exhaustion aspect of the Mesmer roll. So, to limit their maximum.
I'll tell you why they're not going to be focusing on energy. Because Eric Flanham said so. Energy is now a long-term resource. So controlling it is essentially controlling an entire person's experience, not controlling one particular combat. So it's essentially unfair.
Yeah, but part of the play of the Mesmer is you're forcing them to do what you want them to do. You're controlling their skill bar. You're controlling them to say, okay, I'm going to CC you down. Now you have force you to use your CC skill. I want to make you move slower, so now I'm going to make you move your increased movement speed skill. It's all about forcing them to use their bar to what you don't want them to do, which is generally what you're trying to do in PvP. Anyways, you try to force them. You're trying to force their hand to play into a direction you want them to go to. I don't see that as not fair. I think that's part of the game,
As overpowered, which every class is.
And if they're all overpowered, none of them are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Quoting Martin.
Have we seen any CC reduction or CC removal skills at all?
Yeah, on my mark removes any kind of stun or CC's currently on you with the warrior. And if you put a certain trait on, you can even use it while you are stunned yourself. It stuns from himself and from surrounding allies.
Okay. And Punch, you had one too, or is that the one you were talking about as well?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the skills in a while.
I know too much.
The library of knowledge that is Melchior.
Indeed.
These are walking wiki.
Yeah, the walking wiki. Which, do you think these two guys look alike at all? These two guys right down here, below me. Do you think these two guys look alike?
No.
I don't think so.
Hey, when I went to PAX, 80% of the people that PAX looked like these two guys. I'm not lying.
Oh yeah, the skill is called Shake It Off.
Oh.
You and nearby allies lose all conditions. You can break
I said on my mark. I'm retarded.
Yeah, on my mark is the targeting boost of damage skill.
Mm-hmm.
Wiki failed, mate. The wiki failed.
Oh, I'm the wiki?
Yeah, you're the...
Yeah.
That's who, yeah, we were both saying you're the wiki.
I haven't looked at Warrior in a long time.
Yeah. You're not a warrior guy anyways. You're not a warrior guy anyways, so... Yeah.
Nope, I can't even play Assault and Global Agenda. I hate it.
Now that you've seen engineer, do you want to play? Is that going to be closer to the top of your list now for professions you want to play in what
Yes.
order?
Yes, I love controlling combats. I love planning out my attack pattern and whatnot to try and minimize the damage I take or the energy I use. I'm still maining my elementalist because I'm carrying over from Guild Wars 1 and just because blowing stuff up is awesome. But engineer is definitely second on my list now.
Because you blow stuff up there too.
Yeah, it's
Punch.
definitely moved up on my list. At first, when I expected them to release the engineer, I was afraid that it would be like every other engineer we've seen before, just place turrets and just sit there healing your own turrets while they do the damage. After seeing the skill videos, especially the jump shot or the rocket jump or whatever, man, it looks fun. I just can't wait.
Fly like an eagle.
Hopefully
the
it won't be
sea.
in that big of a recharge, because that'd be kind of a bummer, but
Yeah,
if
I
you
just
can rocket jump all over the place.
if I need to get to the top of the keep in World vs. World to capture the point, I'm just gonna jump up 3 floors.
So now we have two jump skills. Like you have the jump shot, and now you also have the arrow, the thief arrow skill.
Yes, Infiltrator's Arrow is a lot of fun. I can say that from playing it.
Now you actually were abusing that a little, like you, or was it somebody else that was actually abusing that during the demo to try to get into other areas?
It was me.
It was you. Okay.
Oh wait, no. I was
there,
abusing
I know
it for
that.
speed.
Oh.
I was abusing it for speed. I wasn't trying to get to unseen areas. Good idea though. I only had an hour. I didn't have a lot of time to try and find unseen areas.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the only one who hasn't played the demo yet. I gotta do that. Hopefully I'll get a chance before it releases.
Well,
You going to PAX?
you going to PAX Prime?
No, maybe Gamescom though.
Gamescom. That's
Really?
Gamescom. That's over in Europe, though, isn't it? No, wait.
Yeah, but every summer in Poland. So it's pretty close to
Where
me.
you live, Punch?
Oh,
Michigan.
that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. I forgot about that part.
Walls.
Yeah, for engineer for me, not sure where it's going to rank right now. I'm still leaning somewhat towards Guardian a little bit, although I kind of like the ranged professions sometimes, so maybe the engineer moved up on my list. I also said I know that if there was going to be an alchemist kind of profession in Guild Wars 2, I'd play that first no matter what would happen else, since it does have some sort of bombs, grenades kind of manipulation deal. Maybe I'll actually play with engineering after all for my first profession now. I was leading Guardian, but now I might change that a little bit now.
I don't know.
Norn engineer.
A bear setting up a huge
No.
Wolf form throwing nades.
Wait.
That'd be weird.
I really think you're gonna shoot yourself if you don't play a Guardian.
Well,
Didn't you enjoy it at PAX East?
the problem with the Guardian at PAX East is that I only had like two maybe three skills at my disposal, so I didn't really get a good feel for the Guardian on what it could actually do. Like I didn't really have the shield, and I didn't have the reflecting ability like that. Because when I played it in the new the start of Norn area, so you didn't really have much at your disposal. I mostly did and also when I did the Northern starting area, I was more looking at the Wolf quest series, try to get some sort of quest or story series, since nobody really ever did that for demo-wise. Nobody ever tried to get through maybe a couple of storylines or some quest series in order. So I was mostly focusing on that than anything. So.
Yep.
Yeah, a sword
Yeah, right
engineer,
now I'm leaning
sword
towards-
engineer.
I'm leaning towards
Hey.
the Elementalist and the Ranger right now, but definitely the Asura. Not a fan of the Norn for some reason, I'm sorry.
Oh, we're at war now. We are at war.
Dum dum dum.
I'll step on your head, and I'll have to lift my foot 3 inches to do it. GW monkey, racist. But I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I don't see Engineer Norn being that crazy, you know? I really don't see that being crazy. So maybe try something else.
Not as crazy as a Char Mesmer.
Char Mesmer.
No.
Thought about it.
Char can be anything. I see
it's
Char as anything because you saw him as anything in Guild Wars 1 to begin with. So they could really be anything.
It's the Mesmer kitten. It's the Mesmer kitten.
Meow.
Can I has a cookie?
What is the ridiculous race profession combo can you think of? Like what's like that doesn't really go together.
Asura warrior.
I keep saying Yoda, it's fine.
No, Yoda is Asura thief.
Well,
You seen how a thief moves around on the field?
yeah, but you can still do that as a warrior. You still got the rolling, flipping sideways deal and like that. You still can be able to do that.
I'd say Char Necromancer. That just doesn't work for me for some reason. Char
That was one of the
or
example
Necromancer.
videos.
I don't know, they're just too hulky for Necromancer. The Necro I feel is like a shrivelly old person rising from the dead.
It's just a bunch of Grim Reapers just walking around.
Let's get into a question someone brought up in the chat.
Alright.
Elixirs, and particularly the elixir gun.
What does the
How the engineer is also how the engineer is also part alchemist. Well, elixirs are one thing the engineer is going to have, and so far I think we know of 5 elixirs: elixir S, elixir U, elixir H, which is support, like utility and healing, and then there's an elite elixir called elixir X. Anyway, all these elixirs will have different capabilities. Like elixir H will heal you, but being elixirs and being alchemical potions, there's always a bit of randomness included. So along with their given effect, they'll also give you a random like buff or whatnot. So it could be pretty cool to just use as needed in time of battle. And elixir X, ArenaNet has actually selected a pool of abilities from other classes that seem like, yeah, this seems to be okay to put in a bottle. And Elixir X will allow the engineer to copy an elite skill from the other professions.
Oh wow. A warrior in a bottle.
So you're looking at what was that? It's not mimic.
The power
What was
to
that from Mesmer? That's a Mesmer skill that you could actually steal somebody else's elite skill, right?
echo.
Arcane Mimicry.
Oh
or
wait, no,
something like
arcane
that.
mimicry.
Yeah.
Arcane mimicry.
Huh. Elixir X. God, has a nice ring to it. Was there any other
Yeah, the
questions
X.
there?
Um,
Apparently Gibberish is from Michigan as well. Punch.
Who?
One dude in our chat.
Gibberish in chat,
Oh.
by the way.
Yeah, Michigan. I'm so sad
Elixir
that I didn't
H, B, U, F, and X. Those are the ones we know so far.
H, B, U, F, and X. I wonder why those
So
letters.
healing, maybe buff, utility. Wonder what F could be, and then X is the special one.
The freaky one. The freaky elixir.
Elixir freaky. You use it when you want private time.
Whoa, hey now. Let's not go down that road.
Hey, they said Guild Wars is PG-13, so.
Rated for teen. That's what they're trying for the rating, guys. I mean, yeah, the whole sparkle blood argument deal. Yeah, they are gonna try to go T for teen. So
Forget that. We've seen blood. You kidding? There are bits of blood in Guild Wars 2.
yeah, there is. There was.
You seen
yeah.
some of the warrior animations when he gashes them?
But I think you have the option to turn it off. I believe. I think there's an option. That you
Oh,
can
I'm sure
turn it
there will
off.
be the option.
Yeah.
Sure,
I'm
there
pretty
will
sure in
be
one
an
of the videos
option.
there was a little Char guy's arm, like, chopped off and, like, as a death scene.
I don't remember that.
Pretty sure. I posted it around.
Dismemberment.
Dismembering.
I don't know. Could be imagining things.
Is there anything else? Any other questions, guy? This is actually for you all out there in the IRC chat.
Let's
Go ahead.
yeah
and just pop
Q&A
questions
from
there.
IRC. Rock and roll.
Yep. After this, by the way, after we're done with this, after I'm done with this deal, I am going to be streaming. Now that I have increased internet and everything else, I guess
And
I got to test
increased
the
computer
lag
power.
for increased computer power. Which actually I still got to call Asus. I forgot to call Asus this week, but I got to call Asus back because the motherboard does not is not compatible with the RAM that it says in the manual it's compatible with. So I still have 6
What?
gigs other than the 8. Yeah. Corsair 4x2 gig is the only one that is able to actually work in the work on the motherboard for the 8 gigs. It's the only one that's available for 8 gigs that works on the motherboard. Unfortunately, it can't handle all 8 gigs. Can only handle up to 6 gigs. In the slot 2B, it just blows it up and I go blue screen. So I'm gonna have to call Asus to be like, "Yo, either your motherboard is defective or you're lying in your manual." But after this podcast, when I come back, I will be streaming some video gameplay, Guild Wars,
League of Legends.
League of Legends. I don't know
League
which
of
one yet.
Legends.
I don't know which one yet. League of Legends, maybe Guild Wars. I don't know. But eventually, what this stream site will be Guild Wars 2 gameplay as I play through the storylines and like that, and explaining and breaking down how the game works. So that is what this stream will mostly be used for. On top of doing shows like
And
this
you
with these guys, with these clowns.
And you can bet we'll be guest starring in Guild Wars 2 every now and then.
Kevin actually asked how will their engineer work in PvP. We kind of actually talked about that a little bit. Basically, these guys think it's more of a defensive role position. I see it as an optional solo play position. Depending, I guess it also depends on what map you choose. I mean, you're going to play World v World, or you're going to go the higher end 5v5 play, because we know that the stop messaging me. I know that we know that the elite gameplay of PvP is going to be 5v5. Actually, how do you think, guys? How do you think the engineer will play out in a 5v5? Because you guys touched more about World v World. What about 5v5 elite play?
I don't think we'll see.
Think he'd be useless.
In that. No, I think,
Yeah,
You're both.
I think he will be useless.
Okay. Okay, Punch.
His
Go ahead
grenades-
first.
His grenades can do almost everything, and they can blind, slow, poison, damage, whatever you want. I mean, you can just keep chucking them. So as long as you have some crowd control, then he'll be in there chucking grenades nonstop.
Melchior?
Engineers will try to be effective in 5v5, and maybe they'll get something with the grenades and the kits, but overall he'll be useless. Punchki, how high are you in Global Agenda?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it's
'Cause
like 20-ish, maybe.
okay, because I know from talking with several of the mum guys in Global Agenda, all you see in the arenas are assaults, which is essentially the Guild Wars Warrior, and medics, which is essentially the Guild Wars Monk. So you see the big damage guys and the big healers.
Trinity.
And 5v5,
Trinity.
Trinity, it won't matter. Warriors will still deal the most upfront damage unless you get really fancy with a thief. And Guardians will still be the best supporters with defense and buffs. So if you're not the best, you become useless. And so engineers will not see that much effective high tier play in 5v5.
Maybe not at first, but I hope if they do start out as kind of useless in PvP, I hope that ArenaNet does some serious reworking on them so they do become useful. Kind of like in League of Legends, they do so many patches, like non-stop. They revamp skills, make them more effective for team fights, and I really hope that they make every profession playable, because I just hate it. In Guild Wars 1, I remember they start out with a dervish, and because the first game I bought was Nightfall, and at first they were really fun in the beginning levels. Then once you got to level 20 and you got into Viability and all that stuff, and you started fighting in the Domain of Anguish, dervishes were kind of useless, especially in all the teams and that they're making, like that you see elementalists, monks, ritualists, but then they remade the dervish and now they're like one of the best. So that's what I'm hoping for.